Hi everyone, this is Shanti Amos, and today we are going to talk about the 3 R's. All of us here at the YEP promote implementing the 3 R's, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle. And if we implement this into our daily lives, we can all conserve our natural resources, landfill space, and energy. And the 3 R's are listed in order of importance. Our goal is to always first and foremost reduce our waste. So one example of that is using a water bottle, a reusable water bottle versus a single-use water bottle. It's so simple just to grab a reusable water bottle if it's in your lunch, if you're going out to some sports practice, if you are going bicycling. It's just really simple. You just grab a reusable water bottle and take it with you, and it really helps our planet. If we could all stop using especially single-use plastics, it would be a huge help to our environment. And if you are using a container or a reusable bag versus a single plastic bag, you are reusing an item, which is our second R, reusing. And a great example of this is a single-use plastic bag that a lot of people use to pack snacks when you take your lunch to school, or if you're just out for the day and you want to take a snack. Versus there are lots of options. You could use a glass container. This is a plastic bag made out of recycled materials. It may have been made out of these water bottles, who knows? But it is reusable and it is made out of recycled materials. And I can use this for years versus the thousands of bags I would waste, a single-use plastic bag, if I use this every time I needed a bag versus using something like this that I can just wash out and use again and again for years to come. Another thing that is important when we reuse items is we can also upcycle. So when we reuse items, there's also a term called upcycling, and that is when you take something, for example, this jalapeno jar, its first use was to store jalapenos. But I'm done with it, and in my area, we don't accept glass. So I try to find creative ways to upcycle, and it's a great way to get those creative juices flowing, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy upcycling furniture and mirrors and just all kinds of things. So this is one example and something that you could do. It's very simple. You just take sheetrock powder and you mix it with some water and it turns into a paste. And you can get different drying times in this powder. I just do the quickest one, which is 5 minutes. I put it on here, and as it's setting up, you can create your own designs. And after I've created my design, I will paint it. You can use spray paint, latex paint, craft paint. And I blended several colors together to create this design. And then I just took some rope and I hot glued it on the bottom and on the top, but you could use yarn, you could use, there are just countless ways you could decorate this jar, and it's a lot of fun. I use it as a vase. You could use it to store crayons, markers, anything that you need at home to store an item. And I think it's very attractive, and it enhances, it's a great decoration for your room. Another thing I created this was just an old coffee can, and I took rope. It was very simple, and I just hot glued it around, and I set this out on my patio, and I personally use it for my sternos for my patio when I use those. But instead of purchasing a new container to store these items, why not use something I already had at home? So another thing we can do, instead of replacing something when it breaks, we can repair it. Why encourage more mass production, more waste, when there are already so many things that aren't being used? And this is something we can all do. So another way, the third R, that we can help the environment is recycling. So if you can't reduce your waste, if you can't reuse something, you can recycle it if you have recycling in your area. Aluminum is accepted everywhere because people will pay you for aluminum. I have several groups that save aluminum, and they will earn $300 to $500 each year, and they have that money to have a special project, an art project, a trip. I have a 4-H group that used it for a trip. You could have a pizza party. Just however, it's nice to have those extra resources, and you're not only helping the environment, it also qualifies you to submit a summary report for our Youth Environmental Day. Every year we give out $15,000 in cash awards from sponsors around the state. And so this not only helps you, I mean, this is a no-brainer. You can collect aluminum cans in your community. It's helping the environment. It keeps them out of landfills. You can earn money when you turn them in to the recycling center. And then you also can earn cash awards from the Youth Environmental Program. So I highly encourage you to, if you don't do anything, at least recycle your aluminum. Another thing that all recycling centers take are soup and vegetable cans. And these are made out of steel or tin, and the way you know that is it's magnetic. So if you're ever confused if something's aluminum or magnetic, you can just put a magnet on there. And that's how you know, because this will not stick to aluminum. So that's a good indicator for you. So I hope that you consider implementing some of these practices into your daily life. It really helps the environment. It's a win-win for all of us. Our population just continues to grow every year, but our planet doesn't create more land and water. We all need our natural resources to live. So it benefits all of us when we stop and we think about how we're using them. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a lot of fun with your upcycling craft. If you want to know more about the Youth Environmental Program, you can find us at dep.wv.gov. Thanks so much.